Hello, my name is Jara Manuya, and today my presentation this week will be about history and social narratives. Now, I will start by asking, why is it important that Industrial Revolution transformed society? What was or is the Industrial Revolution? The Industrial Revolution, spanning from the late 18th to early 19th century, fundamentally transformed society in numerous ways, bringing profound changes to economic, social, and cultural life. Referring to the Industrial Revolution in the context of its relevance to modern times, it remains a crucial period in history that continues to influence various aspects of contemporary society. Here are some key reasons why it had such a transformative impact and how the Industrial Revolution's legacy still persists today. Number one, technological innovation. Number two, economic growth. Number three, urbanization. Number four, changes in labor and society. Number five, global trade and imperialism. Number six, innovation in transportation and communication. Number seven, social and political change. And number eight, environmental impact. Let's start off with technological innovation. The introduction of new machinery and technologies significantly increased the efficiency and the productivity of manufacturing, agriculture, and transportation. Innovations such as the steam engine, power loom, and spinning jenny revolutionized production processes, allowing goods to be processed on a much larger scale than ever before. The Industrial Revolution served as a catalyst for technological innovation in several ways. The first being demand for efficiency. This demand incentivized inventors and entrepreneurs to develop new technologies and methods that could streamline production, reduce costs, and increase output. New innovations emerged in response to this demand, revolutionizing industrial processes and driving further innovation. It allowed for more access to resources, which fueled the development of new technologies in areas such as metallurgy, transportation, and energy production, enabling inventors and entrepreneurs to experiment and iterate on new ideas. With such innovation, of course, there would be discoveries and advancements in science. The Industrial Revolution coincided with significant advancements in scientific knowledge and understanding, particularly in fields such as physics, chemistry, and mechanics. People of different specialities were able to come together and combine their knowledge through interdisciplinary collaboration. The Industrial Revolution facilitated interdisciplinary collaboration between scientists, engineers, inventors, and entrepreneurs, leading to cross pollination of ideas and expertise. And finally, it opened so many doors for entrepreneurial spirit, which characterized the Industrial Revolution, played a crucial role in driving technological innovation. Inventors and entrepreneurs seized upon opportunities created by the changing economic landscape to develop new products, processes, and technologies that could meet the growing demands of the market. Therefore, the Industrial Revolution inspired technological innovation by creating a fertile environment for experimentation, collaboration, and entrepreneurship, laying the groundwork to transform virtually every aspect of society and the foundation for the modern technological age. The Industrial Revolution led to an unprecedented increase in economic growth and wealth. It shifted economies from agrarian based to industrial and manufacturing based, creating new industries and markets. This growth resulted in increased investment in technological advancements, further propelling economic expansion. The Industrial Revolution promoted economic growth through several key mechanisms: increased productivity, expansion of industries, urbanization and labor mobility, technological innovation, trade, and globalization. Increased productivity. The adoption of mechanized production methods greatly increased the productivity of labor and capital. Machines could produce goods more quickly and efficiently than manual labor, leading to higher output per worker and per unit of input. Expansions of industries. These industries stimulated economic growth by creating jobs, generating income, and fostering innovation. Urbanization and labor mobility. Urbanization increased labor mobility, allowing industries to access larger pools of workers and facilitating the efficient allocation of labor to productive activities. Technological innovation. The Industrial Revolution was characterized by rapid technological innovation across various industries driven by factors such as demand for efficiency, access to resources, advancements in science, and entrepreneurial spirit. Trade and globalization. The Industrial Revolution facilitated increased trade and globalization by improving transportation and communication networks, reducing trade barriers, and expanding markets. The expansion of great global trade created new opportunities for economic growth by allowing countries to specialize in the production of goods in which they had a comparative advantage and access a wider range of markets for their products. The Industrial Revolution brought about urbanization. The demand for labor in factories led to a massive migration from rural areas to cities, accelerating urbanization. This shift changed living conditions and societal structures as cities grew rapidly, often outpacing the development of adequate housing, sanitation, and social services. The Industrial Revolution had a profound impact on urbanization for several reasons. Industrialization and job opportunities. The rise of factories and industries in urban areas created job opportunities for millions of people. Technological advancements. The Industrial Revolution introduced technological innovations such as the steam engine and mechanized manufacturing processes, which transformed production methods and increased the efficiency of industrial operations. Urban infrastructure development. The growth of industries and urban populations necessitated the development of urban infrastructure to support the needs of the burgeoning cities. Rural displacement. The mechanization of agriculture and the consolidation of land holdings led to the displacement of rural populations who were no longer needed for agricultural labor. Social and cultural factors. The rapid urbanization brought by the Industrial Revolution had significant social and cultural implications. Cities became centers of economic activity, cultural exchange, and social interaction, attracting people from diverse backgrounds and fostering the development of vibrant urban communities. With everything changing, developing, and evolving, there had to be an impact on the workers as well. There were changes in labor and society. The factory system introduced a new way of working, with people employed in large numbers under one roof, subject to strict working hours and conditions. Shift to industrial labor. The Industrial Revolution marked a shift from agrarian based economics to industrial ones. This shift in labor practices had profound implications for society, as it led to the concentration of workers in urban areas and the emergence of a new working class. Working conditions. Industrialization often resulted in harsh working conditions for factory workers. Long hours, low wages, dangerous machinery, and crowded, unsanitary factory conditions were common. Division of labor. The Industrial Revolution introduced the concept of division of labor, where tasks were broken down into simpler, specialized components performed by different workers. Urbanization. Industrialization spurred massive urbanization and people migrated from rural areas to cities in search of employment in factories and mills. Social stratification. The Industrial Revolution deepened social stratification within society. This widening gap between the wealthy elite and the working class led to social tensions and class conflict, shaping social relations and political dynamics. Education and social mobility. The Industrial Revolution created new opportunities for education and social mobility. As industrialization created demand for skilled workers, education became increasingly important for upward mobility. In short, it had a profound impact on labor and society, transforming economic structures and social relations and cultural norms. Global trade and imperialism. The need for raw materials and markets for manufactured goods drove the expansion of global trade and the growth of the British Empire and other colonial powers. Expansion of trade networks. The Industrial Revolution led to the expansion of global trade networks as industrialized nations sought raw materials and new markets for their manufactured goods. Imperialism. The Industrial Revolution fueled the rise of imperialism as industrialized nations sought to secure access to new raw materials, markets, and strategic resources to fuel the industrial economies. Demand for raw materials. The Industrial Revolution created a demand for raw materials such as coal, iron, cotton, and rubber to fuel industrial production. Export of manufactured goods. Industrialized nations began exporting manufactured goods to markets around the world, leveraging their technological advances to dominate global trade. Technological transfer: the transfer of technology and industrial know how to colonies in less industrialized regions of the world. While these technologies contributed to economic development in some colonies, they also reinforced colonial dependency and exploitation. Competition and conflict: economic competition among industrialized nations for markets, resources, and colonies often led to conflicts and wars. Some of the changes that continue to improve upon today are innovation in transportation and communication. The development of the steam locomotive and the telegraph revolutionized transportation and communication, making it easier and faster to move goods and information. Mechanization: one of the hallmark features of the Industrial Revolution was the widespread adoption of mechanized production methods. Transportation: the Industrial Revolution saw significant enhancements in transportation technology, which facilitated the movement of goods, raw materials, and people on a scale previously unimaginable. The development of steam powered locomotives and railways revolutionized land transportation. Engineering: advances in meteorology and engineering played a crucial role in the Industrial Revolution by enabling the construction of larger and more complex machinery and infrastructure. Communication: the Industrial Revolution was spurred innovations in communication technology. Today's innovations of the smartphone and other high-tech computers and devices were able to be here today because of these initial innovations. Chemical and pharmaceutical advances. The Industrial Revolution saw advancements in chemical and pharmaceutical technology, leading to the development of new materials, processes, and products. The Industrial Revolution also tipped social and political change. The economic and social changes brought by the Industrial Revolution paved the way for political reforms, including labor laws and the rise of movements advocating for workers' rights, women's rights, and democratic governance. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant social and political changes that reshaped the fabric of society in several ways. Shift in social structure. The rise of industrialization and urbanization altered the social structure, leading to a decline in the agricultural workforce and the growth of urban populations. Political reform. The concentration of wealth and power among industrialists and factory owners sparked debates over political representation and the distribution of resources. Suffrage emerged as industrialization highlighted inequalities and injustices within society. Ideological shifts. The Industrial Revolution also catalyzed ideological shifts and debates about economic systems, social justice, and governance. Impact on family and gender roles. Industrialization led to changes in family structure and gender roles in search of employment, ultimately influencing social norms and policies related to family life and gender equality. There was also, however, an environmental impact. The Industrial Revolution had profound and far reaching environmental impacts, many of which continue to be felt today. Here are several key environmental consequences of industrialization: air pollution. The burning of coal and other fossil fuels to power factories, steam engines, and transportation during the Industrial Revolution released large quantities of pollutants into the air. Water pollution. Industrialization resulted in the discharge of untreated industrial waste into water bodies such as rivers, streams, and lakes. Deforestation and habitat loss. The Industrial Revolution drove increased demand for wood, timber, and land for agriculture and urbanization, leading to widespread deforestation and habitat loss. Resource depletion. Industrialization led to the rapid depletion of natural resources such as coal, iron, and other minerals, as well as non renewable resources such as fossil fuels. Climate change. The Industrial Revolution played a significant role in driving anthropogenic climate change through the emission of greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide. The Industrial Revolution was a pivotal moment in history. Its effects on society were multi-faced, altering almost every aspect of daily life and laying the foundation of many of the social, economic, and environmental challenges and opportunities faced today. Positive and negative impacts of the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution brought about significant positive and negative impacts on society and the environment. Positive impacts: affordability and accessibility of goods, job opportunities, innovation and wealth creation, improvements across sectors. Negative impacts: environmental damage, poor working conditions, child labor, urban overcrowding. These impacts illustrate the complex legacy of the Industrial Revolution, highlighting the trade offs between economic development and environmental sustainability. The period set the foundation for the modern industrialized world, but also initiated some of the environmental and social challenges we face today. What is the social narrative on why the Industrial Revolution transformed society? The social narrative surrounding the transformation of society during the Industrial Revolution emphasizes several key themes: technological advancement, urbanization migration, labor and working conditions, social inequality and class divide, changes in family and community life, culture and intellectual shifts, and global impact. The social narrative on the Industrial Revolution portrays it as a period of immense change and upheaval with lasting effects on society, economy, and culture. It acknowledges both the positive advances and the negative consequences of industrialization, shaping our understanding of this transformative period in history. In conclusion, my question of why it is important that industrial revolution transforms society was discussed and examined through technological innovation, economic growth, urbanization, change in labor and society, global trade and imperialism, innovation in transportation and communication, social and political change, and environmental impacts. It was also questioned whether industrial revolution was a positive or negative occurrence, and if leaving behind its legacy was maybe for better or worse. Finally, I covered the social narrative on why the industrial revolution transformed society. That is all for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening.